Always measure your rough opening. Never assume that it is the right size. First thing we're going to do is take our Sawzall and cut the nails. They put a whole bunch of nails around this door jamb. Now you want to make sure you cut the nails on the framing side, not the jamb side, or you'll have little nails sticking out. So hopefully this will go quicker than I'm thinking it will. We're going to leave the siding on the outside if we can. That'll do several things. It'll save us a lot of time. Also, it will act as a guide once we get the new door and frame in, something to push against and kind of line us up. So, I don't know. May need a longer blade. Yeah, figured that. Sometimes you just have to get brutal. I use like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 nails on one side. They didn't want this thing to come out. There was a lot better ways of doing that, but yeah, I didn't hit them all. So what I may do is just cut this jamb and then pull it out. So I can get it all out in one piece. Doesn't really matter though. Let's try it that way. And your battery dies. Okay, we're gonna wait for my other battery to charge up. I just put it on charger. I think I did get through enough to get my hammer and pry bar in there and pry it out. I'm going to take the hinge off. I'm saving this door. Okay, I got the door off. And so now I'm going to, again, take my Sawzall around the top of the jamb, down the side, cutting as many nails as I can. They put most of the nails on the outside of the jamb. So since my siding's out there, I'm not going to cut. So we'll just have to probably pry and break as much stuff as we can off. So let me get started on that. Man, you gotta love how they built this header. Just put some 2x4s here and a board across, and that's their header. That's old. This thing's been 20 years, so every time you hear somebody say, "Oh, well, craftsmanship, man, just not built where it was," people 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago screwed stuff up just like they do these days. So don't believe everything 30, 40, 50 years ago was top quality stuff, because I tear enough old homes apart to know that they screwed stuff over just as bad as they back then as they do now. Okay, I got the door, and they come with these little plastic things right here. I call them shims. And sometimes they fit right in there with those shims. So I always try first. If not, I pull them out and take the screws out of them. We're just going to go in bottom first, if we can. Oh man, you know what? Never fails. Never fails. He picked up a 3680, I reckon, and that door is not, door frame is not. Always measure your rough opening. Never assume that it is the right size. Okay, I probably will get my tape measure and I'll measure now. Okay, perfect example of framing something not knowing what you're doing. Typically when you frame for a door, you frame it 2 inches wider, 2 inches taller than the door. So this being a 36 by 80 should have been 38 by 82. The header, so-called header, if you can see it up there, how they've just pieced it together right there, right here, is only 81 and a half. So now I have to pull this header out and construct something different. I'll probably just see there's horizontal like top plates here and here going across here. Boy, they just really bloused that up. I would probably just raise my header up a half, make a header ½ inch taller and brace it to those two studs coming down from the roof, that end wall. So anyway, well, let me get to that and then we'll show you. See, yesterday was perfect. Everything went the way it should. Today, not so much. Okay, now I've got to obviously redo the header here. I don't know if I'm sorry if y'all can't see that. Just, it's one of those things, that sun coming through the door and everything being dark. So anyway, I'm going to cut this contraption that they made for a header out and redo. I can't do a proper header without major construction here, but I'll do the best I can, and I'll show y'all how that goes. So as you can see, there's maybe a 6-inch block here. There's a horizontal top plate right here, and they put a 6-inch, just a 6-inch block and rested this 2x4 here just resting on 2 blocks like that. It's crazy. Whenever you're working around here with a saw, be careful about electrical. I got electrical right here, but it goes over this way. When I was doing the siding, I cut through just insulation on one and shorted, and it's really exciting there for a split second. So always make sure, because I didn't know this shed had electrical, so always check on stuff like that. Be careful your header doesn't fall on you. That's ridiculous. There again, like I said, yeah, they screwed stuff up. They took shortcuts 50, 60, 70 years ago, just like they do nowadays. So anyway, what I'm going to do now is cut this one stud a little shorter, like a 1/2 inch. I'm going to bring studs across from these 2 studs on the side. See, they didn't put no jack studs in, no cripple studs. This is a single 2x4 frame. And he's not going to pay for me to rip this all out and do it that way, the way it should be done. He's not, you know, that's almost $1,000. He's not going to go for it. So I'll bring my, I don't know if you can see me here, where I'm at. Here I am. There's a stud going up this way. I'll make my 2x4 header going across this way, and I put it at the bottom of the stud, bottom of the horizontal header at 82, maybe 82 1/4, someplace in there. Instead of just putting a 6-inch block up. That was crazy. So anyway, let me get off here. Oops. Another block or two. Okay, we got the header in, and here's one other thing I do when I put any exterior door in. There's my helper, lovely Miss Lindsay helping today paint. Where am I at here? There I am. I go along where the threshold's going to set with silicone. Now silicone that in. That way no water will ever get up under that door. Boom. Hold on. Round a little bit this way. Brought me some shim. So now I'm going to shim the door till it's square, and that door should shut a lot easier than what it is. We're a little out, but that probably have to bring this side up, but that's okay. So let me, and I'm just going to put my shims in until I get the door plumb and square. Okay, there's this door finally. I was having trouble closing the door. The frame was relatively square, but for some reason it just wasn't closing right. I mean, it was really hard. And what it was, a little plastic piece I had knocked off when I pushed the bottom of the threshold in, apparently caught it or whatever, and it was holding it up just a little bit on this end. And so once I noticed that, because once I closed the door, I noticed daylight beneath the threshold. That's what tipped me off. So always make sure there's no trash in the way, get in your way. And now you can see the reveals are all pretty steady. Probably need a shim behind the latch there. That's fine, I'll do that, because my gap gets wider right there, wider up here. I'll put shims in here. So that's where I'll shim it. See, this side looks good. And this was an easy install, except for the time I wasted trying to get the door to close right, because I didn't know there was a piece of plastic nub junk piece of you know what under there. Anyway, there's really nothing. If your frame is square or relatively square, there's really nothing to putting a door in. Just remember, if you're framing a door, it's 2 inches wider and 2 inches taller than your door. And these guys made an easy job a lot harder by not framing it right. And here's where the new header I put in. Like I said, it's doubled 2x4s on end. Crown the board, the crown goes up. I've got to nail this in here. And then I not only do I have 4-inch bolts coming in this way to the ends, I've got these blocks. I got those nailed to those studs, so the weight's will be carrying on these 2 studs here instead of 6-inch blocks right here. So anyway, hey guys, this is really easy. If you're thinking about replacing a door with a steel door or whatever, don't put it off. It's easy. I think this one was about $175 pre-hung. So there you have it. Just remember, put some silicone below your threshold so it seals there. I'll silicone the outside as well wherever it needs it. This old shed's got plenty of places that needs silicone. So anyway, I'm gonna put the door knob on and we'll be good. Donald, Blue Collar DIY. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll catch you later.